myself. Just bring it up so I can go and see everything that's in the chat. Usually I come on live Saturdays and Sundays, but I decided, I got off work early. My son is crossing my ascendant, so I thought, oh well, let's go and check out what's going on in the energies tonight. Just waiting for a few people to jump on. And let me see here. Okay, so I'll update that in a little bit. Just 1 second. Sorry, just wanted to make sure I can see the chat. All right. Hey, Dawn. There, see, I wouldn't have been able to see that. All right, Dawn. So let me see. I can just put that there so I can see my cards. All right, everybody. Hey, everybody. Nice to see you. I know I don't typically do these on Wednesdays, but I usually do these during the weekends. I just got home. I feel very energized. I went for a nice walk, and I thought, it would be nice just to go and touch base with everybody and pull a few cards, say hi, see if anybody needs any support. I can't seem to do lives on my group, and so this is the only thing I could really do for now. I'm really loving the different chakra tuning forks. This one's 528 degrees, which actually vibrates at the same vibration as miracles, right? Love that sound. All right, so I hope everyone is well. So Dawn, we could probably start with you. I don't know who else is online, but we can certainly start with you. Last time we talked, everything was going great. I don't have really a table here. I decided to sit in a different space. And let me see. All right. So for everybody, as I'm just getting ready, hi. Just as I'm getting ready, I do have Black Friday special on this week. Dawn, gosh, I love your cards. Hey, Patty. So all right, Dawn, this is what I'm showing. I'm showing right now, currently, you are, you know what? You feel really compassionate. You feel really aligned. Sure, blessed one. You can certainly be next. I love your name, by the way. You have nice alignment. You're looking like, hey, am I ready? Am I love? Am I the love of my life now? Am I feeling calm and complete and whole? And the reason is because you've had some extra responsibilities lately. You've had a few things that you've been trying to let go of, some responsibilities that you felt like you had to take care of. And so because of that, what you're hoping right now is that, there is some new beginnings for you. Like, I'm ready for my new chapter. I'm ready to start again. And, I don't feel like I should be beginning at the start anymore. I like to feel very much that I've evolved enough that I can hide Arch. I think we're ready now to begin kind of coming down. Like I feel like I've achieved some kind of masterhood. And, really all I want to do is feel loved, nurtured, and I want to be in my divine feminine energy. Behind the scenes of all of this, really what this is coming from is, it's showing that, your ego is saying, hey, I feel like I'm done going through all of this. I just kind of like want to, receive something now. Good morning. Two Goldly current feeling next action. Good morning. Okay. But what I'm seeing right now, Dawn, for you is that you're not feeling fulfilled completely. You feel a little like you're missing that happy surprise yet. You're just, it's kind of like, I know it's there, I know it's coming, I just am looking for the validation that that happy surprise is going to be there, and that I'm not some toxic woman, I'm not some, this lady who is you know looking for something that is a little distorted. I'm not looking for somebody to come back from the past. I'm not looking for somebody, to let go of. I am just absolutely, taking my time and looking for the potential. I'm not even looking for the actual one. I just want to know that, that I have earned my ability to receive now. I have desires. I have done a lot of work here. And so, you're showing this in your cards that you have been working really hard. And I'm ready to not be manifesting in victim mentality. I feel that I am a giver and I have a lot to give to someone, and I'm not looking for somebody to be manifested. Like, I really want to, I want to do this, but I feel like I am somehow holding myself back. That, there is something that's pulling me back from fulfilling my ability to manifest my person. And so this is what the energies are coming up in your cards. So you like to be free, so you have to look at how you're manifesting. You like to be free. So if you're manifesting that you want to be free, you don't want to be tied down, you don't want someone to tell you what to do, you want somebody who is not going to feel like, it's kind of like, you want somebody who is not in his head. You want somebody who is actually, done enough work. You are a good speaker. Can I learn English with you? Uh, sure, if you wish. So with you, Dawn, you feel very much that you haven't had the ability to see how you would act under the right circumstances. You would like to be able to be recognized for your patience, for your ability to be level-headed. In fact, you feel very much that you could be balanced in this, but at the same time, you're questioning, well, could I be able to do all of that under the circumstances? Because you know what? I have really high standards. And the person who I want, hi there, Shen, the person I want to have in my life, I hope I can match that energy, because, I have such high standards. Yes, you did. You have such high standards, you very well want to make sure that you can match those standards. So why did you not manifest that person yet? Because the fact is, you're in your head. You're like, am I able to meet those needs? Do I want somebody in, so there is a conflict that you have, is that you're thinking that if you manifest somebody in your life, that all of a sudden all of these things that you have been working hard changes, because of the fact that your inside world is going to change because of somebody on the outside world. So that means you're being reactive. You're being reactive to somebody that's not there, which means you're manifesting from that contrast. Yeah, right. So that's the thing. We're creating from our ego. We're not creating from our heart. And so if we're creating from the ego instead of our heart, which is what your cards are saying, it's really important for us to fall in love with ourselves, right? To know that we don't need anybody outside of ourselves, that they need us, right? They are looking for us to give them the things that we can provide naturally and organically, but we don't need anything. And so when we're so hyper independent, we tend to close off everybody, and we don't allow ourselves the ability to manifest somebody to be welcome into our lives, because we've closed off in rather of a protective mode. Instead, what we have to do is look at ourselves as so playful and joyful and welcoming, and start engaging with others and seeing how everybody welcomes you, just the same as how you would be so welcoming to anybody who comes into your life, right? It's just that we have to understand how to open up our energies to allow somebody in. If you're like, no, nobody's gonna see me, I don't want to, like we're hard on ourselves, nobody is gonna come and show up and say, oh, those things are not true, and validate so you can feel good, because really they show up to test you. They show up to vibrate in your alignment. So it seems like everybody has their little tiny challenges that come up, and they're all based on what's going on inside of you, right? So your challenge may be different than somebody else's challenge, and your challenge may be different than that challenge, and the only reason is because in their head or their energy field, they've got something else going on. And so everybody is always going to go and call in, not somebody who makes you just comfortable, but you're going to call in somebody who's going to help you expand, help you grow, help you to be uncomfortable, how to really feel like, oh no, I feel something that I never really knew. Those things are what you want. Those are the things that you want to experience. The thing is, when you're interested in somebody and everything seems to be great, and all of a sudden everything is like, I really am not interested in them. We have to learn how to let go. We need to learn that we're not only here to meet one person. We're here to grow through our community, to expand through our friendships and our loved ones and our family and our friends. And so we think that a relationship is all that we will have, is that one relationship. But what about the other, co-workers, family, friendships? When you're isolating yourself and you're not allowing yourself to meet some of those in the middle, it's just going to go and bleed over. It's great when you can find that one person that you can just kind of like run away from and just, hide in your home or be alone with, and be, feeling like you found somebody that you can be comfortable with. That's great. If that's what you want, put that in your list of affirmation of what you're calling it. That's the thing. You got to know what you want. You got to know what is compatible. And then you start putting that in. Sorry, I should have some water. So let's see. What advice do we have for Dawn? Cards were jumping out there. Oh yeah. I in my videos, I do have a little bit of manifesting videos, and I do have some I'm going to work on this weekend. I have taught some manifesting workshops, and I will upload a couple of videos for that. Was there a list? I would love an energy check. You can certainly go on. I have only had a couple of people have asked. I'm only probably going to do about a few tonight, but I certainly will put you on. I didn't start writing them down, but I do have for sure at least one in front of you. Um, so Dawn, going back to you, my friend. Again, you keep on getting the King of Pentacles. You know what? You're getting somebody who is financially secure, who has got his crap together. This is what you're manifesting. This is twice came up, both times. I'm showing that you start with the spark. You have to start with the desire. You have to start with the initiation. You have to start with what makes your heart start to sing on fire. And when you see that the laws of the universe will align with your desires, it's not looking ahead. It is knowing that at that moment, it is created. All right? As soon as you have your desire, you have that initiation, that spark, it is already created. It is already there. It's not something coming in the future. It is not something that you two people build together. It's already done, right? And so this is the thing. You have to start questioning your own gut, your inner voice. How do you know what is yeses and nos? Most of us follow either the sacral energy or your solar plexus. Some people have an energy where the sacral is for some who have that divine feminine intuitive. They go and follow that sacral. For those who don't know how to follow that, I might go. Some of those workshops I've had, it was a very small fee. Some of them have been free. I have a group, and sometimes I host some of those in the group that I have. So I haven't been doing them here on YouTube, but I have a couple of books, and I've done some workshops on some of them. So on manifestation, I have a book. I have a book, Manifesting Your Soulmate or Twin Flame, and it has a whole bunch of techniques in that. And so, for those who can't go on Amazon and get that book, if you reach out to me privately, I will send a free PDF of it for those who really for whatever reason, they just don't have the means. And if you really get something out of it and it works out for you at some point in alignment, you can certainly send me a little donation at another time. But yeah, I could send that off for anybody who needs it. All right. So for you, Dawn, you got to learn how to be open in your heart center. You need to learn how to work with your sacral energy. Your intuition wants to flow. This is not up to anybody telling you who is coming, when he's coming, how he's coming, why he's coming, validating he's coming. This is time for you to manifest because you are a manifester. You're a really good manifester, and he's coming. And nobody wants to interfere with that person coming. Nisha, my email address may be shown in my page here. Um, it should show my website and my contact information. Um, and below under my get your soulmate and dump the rest. Um, see if you can find it there. If not, here, I could probably type it here. So Dawn, girl, you got the tools. You know how to do this. Here, Nisha, you are good at manifesting. You're really good at manifesting. I know that. Nisha, just 1 second. I'll see if I can put it here. My email address. I'm not going to do email address. Let me see. Yeah, I'll do email address. All right, so there's my email address, and what you can do is specify in the when you're sending me an email, put it right into the title part, so I'll look for it, and it will just say get your soulmate, or like the book, manifesting book, or just say something, and I'll try my best to look for those. Okay. All right. Yes, it was beautiful reading. And yes, I need to drink some water. I might grab some water in a moment. I'm going back to my request. Hi, everybody. I love everybody for joining me. Blessed One. Gosh, I love that name. That's so lovely. All right, Blessed One, you're next. Get my tuning fork. Love this. All right. Just listening to my tune. This helps me to clear my heart when I do readings. All right. So, Blessed One, do you have any particular question for your reading other than you just want a few cards? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I've had this channel for a little while. I've had my group for quite a while. It's just something I just started doing, is going public and offering these readings and doing some of this. But, all right. Blessed One, this is for you. I'll go back and put the timestamps on. If somebody wants to put the timestamp on, they're more than welcome to do so. All right. So, Blessed One. I think you asked for an energy check. Let me see. Yeah, you just said an energy reading. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a masculine. I'm going to do feminine first, and then the masculine, and then the combined energies of the masculine and feminine. All right? So that's what I'm going to do for you. This is for Blessed One. So this would be the feminine energy. And the feminine energy is, listen, you want to, okay, so there is something here about in your energy, a commitment, a relationship. Awesome. Thank you, Nisha. Appreciate it. I do. I appreciate that. All right. So there's something here about a commitment, a relationship. What you feel is something that you're very committed to, and you are okay. Like, this is the feminine energy. I'm seeing here There's some unsatisfaction in the energy. All right. You feel a little bit like things didn't work out for you the way that you wanted things to work out. You know, you're avoiding conflict. You you're in denial. Um, you're in denial and you're trying your best not to be in your head. I'm showing here avoidant, not avoidant attachment. You know what? Love bomber and then ghosts is what I got. So it just seems like you're in this type of commitment with somebody who is a little impulsive and maybe in and out. So kind of in and then kind of off and on type of situation. And so, you're just, you're avoiding the conflict. You don't want to deal with what's really going on. It's like you don't want to look at the pink elephant in the room. And so, hi, okay. So you are quite unsatisfied and you're like, you know, I kind of don't want this to be my person. And only because things have not been okay for a little while now. And you're actually concerned if this person is a little narcissistic, is what I'm picking up. You actually really want to know that there is a new beginning in this situation. So let's see the masculine energy. So the masculine energy is the masculine energy sees things black or white, doesn't like to see the other perspective. It's like, it's my way, the highway. And, you know, thinks that you're very logical and see things your way and they see their way. And they have fear of commitment, they have fear of intimacy. And as much as it seems like they're in denial about the fact that things have been hot and cold and in and out and love bombing and then disappearing, they think everything is great. They were like, well, everything is great. I don't understand what the problem is. In fact, this isn't about teamwork. Like, you should be grateful. You should be sacrificing yourself for me. Like, why are you not grateful for everything I offer? Like this, there is no conflict. You should be just lucky because this is what I'm offering to you. And so there is an entitlement that I'm picking up here. There is no conflict here. You're not showing the conflict because you're scared that if you say anything, things may not go the way that you want to go. Like you people please because of the fact that you like to fix whatever's going on. All right, let's see what happens with the energy put together. All right. Absolute denial. I'm looking at, so there is conflict here. And this conflict is creating a little bit of competition. It's a little bit of manipulation taking place. And, you know, it's really not about cause and effect. You know, the more that you do, the more you don't get out of this. In fact, the more that you keep on trying to people please, you're denying yourself your own. You're denying yourself your own happiness. You see, you know, this this is not going to bring you good news if you keep trying and keep trying and keep trying to see something that's going to come out of this. You're so courageous, and you're so powerful. You're so gorgeous in energy. There is a denial towards you, because the thing is, if you are so great, like for you to, if you are able to see yourself the way that others really see you, you would not even put up with half of what you're putting up with. You see, you're kind of enchanted in this because there is something that you're playing out that has long started subconsciously. And as soon as, if you were just to take a step back and focus on yourself, you may not even think that this is so important. Because really, you're the prize. You're the prize in this. But they're like trying to make you feel like you're not that worthy. But you are. You're like really worthy. You know, you deserve a commitment. You deserve not doing all the work. You deserve to not be sacrificing yourself. You deserve to be trusting and to be able to be in a relationship where you trust. You deserve to be empowered. You deserve to feel stable in your relationship. And that this person is not using you and abusing you and taking all from you because it's satisfying to someone else. It's really, you know, it's a hard one when people are taken advantage of. And this is what's coming up, is you're being taken advantage of. Because you are an empath. And because you're an empath, you have this ability to feel what others need to heal. And because you can feel what others need to heal, you have so much, you overcompensate for all of their pain and all of the inability for them to feel you. You feel enough for both of you. So you feel all of the pain and you just want to help and heal. And that's what attracts you to them in the first place. You know, you see these cards. You're going to get your dreams come true. See, as soon as you see your self-worth, he's right there. Your divine masculine, he's right there. You both will be together and have a commitment as soon as you see how two people collaborate together and build this together equally. You deserve that. You're not going to have to wait for it for a long time either. You don't have to do any of this work. it's all about you saying that you're attracted to healing. I get it. I do the same thing myself too. All right. So go after your masculine. All right. Shan, you're next. I'm just making sure nobody else asked me for a reading before you. I see a lot of highs. Hi, hi. You have to ask. Oh, Patty. I almost missed Patty. I have to do Patty first. All right, Patty. All right, Shan, you're right after Patty. All right, Patty, you're next. I didn't write any of these down, so I have to go. Sure, Patty. Yes, I just seen that as well, Shan. Sure, I'll do the same thing. Do you want me to do the same thing? Let's check in feminine, the masculine, and the combined energies. All right, let's do that. All right, Patty. I'm showing you here, you want to see what you're giving your energy to. All right. So, Patty, you're in the illumination stage. All right. You know what the illumination stage is? It is the beginning and the ending of when we align. So, right now, your energy is about what you're giving your energy to. And so you're kind of you're a little bit in your head, because really what happens on one level of your reality is actually happening on every other level of your experiences. And because these are all happening on different levels, but they're all happening at the same time, this has a lot to do with, it's really great healing for you. So what you really want, and you want me to tell you is, tell me this is not an attachment. Tell me this is real. This is something that I really want to know, because I really want to not walk away from something that I feel in my heart is coming back. I want to know that this is something that was divinely orchestrated. And so, I see here that one of the most needed for self-growth is self-expression. And so I see a no. What is a no? What's a no about? I'm waiting to find out what your no was the answer to. I don't know what your no was about. Because hidden behind the scenes, I'm looking at a renewal of something from the past. It was that you asked if I knew what something was. It was when you asked if I knew what something was. I don't remember saying that. I do remember saying you're having this energy of giving your energy to something. You are looking to see if it's showing a little bit in your head. So you're giving yourself, whether you feel it's something your soul purpose, it's something that you're giving to. This is a masculine and feminine energy, but it's showing something here that you're trying to, yeah. That's all right. And you can go back and listen to it again. But there's something here that what happens on one end of the reality is showing up in others. So sometimes we have an experience and we don't really understand the impact of what this experience is. Um, I I am showing that you're scared about walking away from something, and really it's because of the polarity that you're experiencing, of the contrast. And so what does that mean is that um everything you do is kind of pushing them, and it's creating some resistance. And so what you have to understand is secure attachment is one of the only attachments um, that are not really challenging. And that's what you're trying to achieve here. Um, and so there is just something you have to work out that is there is something here for you to see that you can work out. You're avoiding um you're avoiding saying what you really need to say. You are trying to be showing most in the positive way. So that's where the self-expression is not really allowing you to be fulfilled. Um, I am seeing, I don't know what your religious or what your belief systems are, but you can certainly ask for help. All right. The violet flame is very useful now. The violet flame is an energy healing process. I have Uh-huh. So I have a video with the violet flame. If you want to listen to that, there is a great you'd be a great one to use if you want to do that. Only because it's using the vibrations of the violet, the higher chakras. It's used to clear any old karma. And so only because in your feminine energy, um, you're looking for a fresh start. You're looking for an ability to really do something here, right? Like it's just kind of like you're showing dissatisfied. So you wanna feel like there's something positive that's going to happen. So I don't know if you're getting stagnant. I don't know what's going on here exactly, but it looks like there's been an activation. And that activation, whether there's been a catalyst, but right now you're trying to get yourself out of this wobble of a little polarity and get yourself back into that stability that you once had. For him, let's do him, and then we'll see the energy of you too. All right, so he's avoiding an attachment, right? Um, he's kind of like defending his beliefs. He has these different ideas that are not the same as yours, and he's a little in his ego. Um, he's kind of he kind of distanced himself a little, not that he's emotionally detached, but he's trying to be free. You know what I mean? Like he's just trying to have his options open. It's what's coming up. Options open is the energy that I see for here. Um, looking for and this is what happens when we're in polarity. We activate the energies of the other person by running and chasing. And what happens when the running and chasing happens? If you chase them, they go and need to run. And what they do when they run, they look for anything that's going to distract them, because they rather be distracted by this than looking at what's going on inside of them. They don't want to look at themselves at all. They don't want to look at themselves. Emotionally, they don't want to look what's going on. Let's look at your energies together. All right. So there was a lot of activity. It happened really fast, really quick, and then it went through this cycle. And then after that, it was like, what's going on inside? There was a lot that went inside, and there was a lot that balanced in between the two of you. And you felt a little bit like, hey, I got this. It was all right. I feel a little bit like I wasn't like a kid here. I think I've done some things right. And you know what? You were to learn self-worth. You were to learn how to stand up for yourself. You needed to see what do you want and not come from a victim mentality, and understand how you manifest. You were not to be working hard, and you should not be the one doing all the work in this relationship. You are to be a divine feminine woman, which is a magnet. And the more that you go and look at your own self-worth and hold yourself back and say, hey, I don't need this. Go on if you want. And watch everything shift. Because could one of the reasons is because he's in jail? Patty, you have to feel so Patty, while he's in jail, is he making you feel like you are important, and that, or are you feeling that you're an option? Because this is showing me that it's an imbalanced relationship where you feel it's kind of one-sided, unrequited is what it's showing. And that the reason it's unrequited is because it's energy. And energy meaning that the more you keep on trying to fix and trying to do, and the other one is just like, oh, okay. Yeah. Do you feel like you're the one who's doing all the work? I don't see a response. I see an O. So I see here, we aren't in a relationship. Yeah, there's definitely freedom here. I think that the reason that you're not in a relationship, it's coming up here that he's making you feel like an option. And I don't think that's what you want. I think that according to the energies here, that you would like to be treated a little bit more of a priority. And it's showing as if That's the energy that's coming out. He's not treating you like a priority. He's treating you like an option. But I'm seeing here, he definitely is teaching you self-worth. All right? You need to understand it's not really about you deserve better. Actually, this is energy. And this is important what I'm going to say. Listen, Patty can go off and choose another person and she's going to have the same problem. All right? Because we have to look at self-worth. All right? So, when someone is choosing you as an option, it's because you're denying choosing yourself, right? So, in the engagement of this energy, like if you go and just do a nice cleanse and realign that energy in a completely different energy, in a different mindset, you'll see a shift. And that's what we mean by jumping timelines. I wonder if it's him or my friend that I had feelings for, but he treated like shit. Well, maybe that's the energy that hasn't been cleared from you. So it's being mirrored in everybody else. That's what I'm just saying. You could go and leave this person, go and grab a new person, and that energy is going to continue on. This is about you. This is something that's inside of you that you are projecting and that people are mirroring in your energy, right? So there is a lesson for you to learn about self-worth. And as you embrace yourself as you are the most important person, they need you. The more that you see, yeah, that's why I said the violet flame. I have a video here. If I don't know if I could go and just copy it and paste it, a link to the Violet Flame video in the chat. But if I can, I'll post it here. It's in, I have a copy of it here. Do it. It's a great energy cleanse, right? I have a couple of them in my list of videos that I offer. And so what I'm trying to explain to you is this is how this works, right? Right now, your energy attached to this person is playing out some karmic energies. It's about lessons. It's about things that are lacking inside of you that's not in alignment with who you really are. And so when I'm saying about your self-worth, what you're trying to do is you are attracting people to mirror this imbalance in you to go and balance you, right? So you'll attract people who are unavailable. You'll attract people who are treating you like an option. You're going to attract people who are literally going to devalue you because you need to start valuing you. And so what that means is it's not about being rude. It's not about you being confrontational, but when somebody is trying to fix everything that is broken, overcompensating, the man is like, it's kind of like spoiled son treatment. Do you ever see in some of the households, because the mother was always doing all the housework and picking up after the children and doing everything all the time, the children get a little entitled. The children would be sitting there and like leaving their wrappers on the table and they don't care because mom's just going to come along and pick it up. And mom gets taken for granted after a while because she does all of it. She doesn't ask for help. She doesn't go and make anybody go and contribute, right? She doesn't stop and say, listen, hello, do something about this, right? So because you're people pleasing mode, you will apologize for their errors. You're going to go and make excuses for them. You're going to go and say, oh, that's all right. That's okay. That's all right. You don't have to worry about me, right? Why should they worry about you? Because you're very available. They're unavailable and you're very available. And as long as you're very available, they are going to come along and just, you know, be entitled. And it doesn't activate that part of them that says, oh, I need this person in my life. Why? Right now, it's they don't need you because you're doing everything. You're not allowing them to do anything. They're men. They like to feel useful. They like to feel like they're fixing something. They like to feel like they can pursue, right? You're not allowing them the ability to do any of that. They kind of don't like needy people who are, and not typically, I mean, there might be men out there who do, but in this energy, I'm seeing that you're being treated like an option. And there is no relationship, as you stated. And that's probably because of the fact that the energy is right now playing all of this polarity. And what is happening is the masculine energy and the feminine energy is doing this little dance. And this energy is how it works, right? So let's look at your combined energies. All right. So I'm looking at, you do need some energy clean. I'm looking at, it's a trauma response. All right. So I don't know who it is that you became a people pleaser, an empath. I don't know if somebody from your childhood was quite demanding and made it seem like it was your responsibility. But I definitely see here that it was always your responsibility to take care of certain things. And if you didn't do it right, you felt you failed. Maybe you have a fear of failure. Maybe, you have this uh, uh, need to repair something that didn't happen in the past. So you're overcompensating for it. But you have to understand you're blocking your ability to manifest because you're coming from a place of need instead of a place of creating. All right? There's a difference. A place of need and a place of creating. Needy can't manifest. Creator, that's where you need to be. Start getting in your power as a divine feminine. Yeah, you're manifesting it. It's a lesson. It's a big lesson that you have to overcome. It's a big lesson. In fact, it's coming up again that you have a block. It's probably a past life block. And this block that's coming up has a lot to do with your people pleasing and you always feeling that it's your fault. It's not your fault. In fact, it's not your fault at all. You take on the responsibility for someone else. And I know somebody who is in this group. Yeah, there's somebody in this group who used to be like that, and she used to do the violet flame. Changed her so much. A lot has happened since then. I don't know if she's still in the chat now, but she certainly probably could share a few things. But yeah, that's something. If Patty, if you ever are in a position where you want to reach out, I do personal live readings. I'm sorry, we went really personal in this during our live. I mean, but they're not live. They're personal. They're recorded, but they're not for everybody to watch. And yes, look for the violet flame. It would really help you. And so how this works is this. The violet flame will help you manifest. You can also reach out just like Shan and ask me for that PDF if you want. There's a lot of information in there to get you to understand how you manifest from your balance of yourself, right? You have to understand how the laws of universe work, what grief, what it creates, trauma. I'm sorry, I need water. Before I do, Shan, I'm gonna go and grab, I got water over here sitting, I'm gonna get a sip. And so that is what it's coming up. But hey, um, we've got Pluto changing into Aquarius. Maybe it's your time now. Maybe it's time for you to really step up, level up, and really walk with your shoulders high and start manifesting. It doesn't mean you have to toss everybody out in the trash. It doesn't mean that you have to go and ditch everything in your life at all. It just means first, it's first important for you to go and look in the mirror and say, hey, I'm doing this for you. Start putting yourself first. All right. So, Patty, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to grab this water and I'll be right back. I don't know why, but readings make me very thirsty. I get really dehydrated from doing it. And that's probably because readings, the readings require water for the energy, maybe. I don't know. I put my email address in the chat. So go and look for my email address and you can reach out. It's like a PDF. I have to go find it, but yeah, it's a PDF and I'll send that. I'm excited for you, Patty. Listen, Patty, it's those who are suffering in silence that I feel they need more than we understand. But Patty, I think this is great because all of a sudden now you're becoming in alignment with the information you need and the tools that will help you. And yeah, so I think it's great. I do. I think it's great. All right. So Shan. Let's see. Yeah, it's actually, so remember, this tuning fork is vibrating at 528 megahertz, which is a vibration of healing and miracles. All right. So miracles can happen. Your life can change in a day. I'm always excited. We have Pluto changing from Capricorn to Aquarius. We have so many shifts and changes happening in the universe. It is Mercury going into retrograde, so it's just time for you to just take a step back, do a little change-a-roo in your energy, and by Christmas, you'll be right back. It's okay. Yeah. Right? I do too. All right, Shen. Lots of sparkly energy. My eyes fell right onto this crystal sparkling. All right, so Shan, I'm gonna go and put a few other cards out here. All right, so this mantra is to help transmute fear. I disengage with all illusions. I'm not separate from my truth because I am love. And because I am love, I have nothing to fear. You don't feel safe. For some reason, you don't feel safe. And I'm seeing here, it might be the meditation may even be waking this up. You have a fear that you have to transmute. And so our energy design, all, we all come into this life with fears. It is part of our growth and expansion to transmute some of these fears into love. And so there is a fear that you have. And so instead of feeling safe and relaxing and being protective mode, you're not. You're a little agitated and you feel a little unsafe. So there is an anxiety with you. And so because of that anxiety, you're not as calm as what you would like to be. Like you said, I need to meditate more. You're not as calm as what you would like to feel like you are. Maybe you're reactive a little bit, but I'm seeing it's like, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? I'm seeing that. You feel a little bit like, yeah, I see that. You do have anxiety a lot. And that creates this fear maybe. You know, I see it's in your root. it's something in your root chakra. I've got root chakra is blocked, transmuting fear in your root chakra, um, disengaging from these fears, because I'm getting another mantra, I am safe. And this has a lot to do with you feeling safe and secure. So if we were to look at relationship readings, I would definitely say you don't feel secure in relationships. You have a form of anxiety for sure. I do get anxiety. Everything, love, accept it, if I'm good enough for my person. I don't see anything here about self-worth. I just see fear of, there's a separation. It's like, oh, I know what this is. There is a trauma of separation from source. Okay. So you're 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 doing all of this work trying to overcome. Is this your childhood? You're doing all this work trying to overcome this fear. Actually, it's coming from a neediness, insecure attachment. I definitely see an attachment disorder. I know, Shan, you're like so positive in the chat. So I'm hoping I'm not offending anybody, because I'm just reading the energy. But I am seeing insecure, and it's kind of like everything is really extreme. It's like everything is faded, or everything is ended, and everything is quite extreme. I definitely feel very much that you should clear cords of attachments. And so anything that is love, you can't clear, right? Anything that is aligned with you, the universe aligns it even more. Like when you clear cords, you're not removing people, places, and things. You're removing the negative energy that is coming up from it. The clearing of energy is actually like having a cleanse of a shower. You know, we could walk around and smell our body odor, and it just builds up and up and up and up. And that's basically the same thing as what these cords are. So, you know, when somebody goes and has a lot of attachments, they get a buildup of that energy, and it can cause a lot of uncomfortable, invisible actions that nobody else can understand what you're going through. And so what happens is, how do I clear cords? So cord clearing is, and everybody could have different processes. I have videos in my channel that I actually do some cord clearing. And so a simple process of cord clearing, I'll do one right now. So if for any of you who might be still with us, Cord clearing could be simple of first ground yourself, right? You're sitting, you just make sure that you're aware of where your feet are, aware of how you're sitting, aware of how you are breathing, and allowing yourself to feel very grounded in this place right now, right? Just kind of basically, I like to ground myself very securely. I like to ground myself with my ancestors and Mother Earth, because in the first dimension, this is what we are actually gifted. In the first dimension is our earth, is our source in Mother Earth. And, you know, without earth, we don't have the magnet to keep us stable to this. So this is our first dimension. The second dimension is then our existence in this earth. So in our third dimension is this world that we live in. You know, we sleep, we eat, we see, we hear, you know, we start being aware of our senses in the second dimension. But in the third dimension, we start doing the action of that third dimension. I have someone I love now, but what is in the future for us? We're a young couple. Thank you, Jacob. I'll get to you next. So for you, Shan, get yourself in and just align yourself with the ground, align yourself in your seat. And then what I do is I like to include the Ho'oponopono with cord cutting, because in any time when we're releasing ourselves, anytime when we're releasing ourselves from any form of attachment, we want to go and make sure that we're bringing in even more love and more forgiveness and more of our heart being flown over, so that we can all establish and sharing that love, right? So as I am grounding myself, I'm opening up and I'm expanding myself to source, to light, to love. I'm opening up my heart to this beautiful energy of love. I allow whoever it is that I need to release, whether it is family, whether it is a lover, whether it is co-workers, whatever it is, I allow this energy of cords that are connecting us that may be discorded, maybe a little, you know, causing conflict. And I ask, whether it's divine beings or whoever you resonate with, first I say to the universe, to whoever I am corded to, I am sorry. I am absolutely sorry. I basically am sorry because I really, truly, my intention was to love and only be love. So I am sorry for anything that I may have caused or done to cause this, because I know I have to be responsible in some way. And the second thing I do is I ask for forgiveness, because I need to be forgiven for my part too. And after I ask forgiveness, I say, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for sharing with me this lesson for me to release. And then I say, I love you. Because by loving them, I am now able to love myself. And I ask the divine grace to release us in whatever cords that may tie or bind us may be released. That is a cord cutting, whether we are released from the pain, the suffering, or whatever the lower vibrations is. Just release those energetic ties. Allow yourself to be free. Allow them to be now free from the karmic ties. Those cords are usually associated with lessons and pain. So release the old toxic discordant cords. Release now any pain, any discord, any suffering. Allow the divine angels or beings or whoever it is just to release any of these cords. and allow your heart to expand more and more and more with love. Just allow love to fill this space and allow the energy of love to flow between you and this person now, so that soulmates may heal, contracts are resolved, and love can be now replaced. Now in place. All right, so release any cords from my body, from my mind, from my soul. Release now any of those cords. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And then I allow Source to just give me all the light from my higher self, and just allow this to flush out any remaining old karmic, toxic, outdone past life energy, whatever it is. Just allow it to flush. And sometimes I allow this energy to flush out for even 10 minutes. Just sit in this energy and feel the grace of love from the divine or your higher self or whatever it is. You may feel hugs, you may feel warmth, you may feel love. All right. So, Shan, that's for you. But understand there is a change and a shift happening for you. There is a shift, a big shift and a change. And any conflict that you're trying to avoid, I think it's time for you to embrace it. Because I think you're ready now. Yeah, I think you're ready to face it and look at everything from the eyes of love. That any conflict is just a place for you to grow and expand where you have never grown and expanded before. All right, so Jacob, you're next. All right. All right, Shanna, I hope you loved it. I am looking forward to hearing your update. Just remember all that love. All right, so Jacob, you want to go and find out how things are, you too, Shan. I want, and yes, don't forget, go and replay this, do this with me again and again. Okay, Jacob. And remember the violet flame. Card flew out. Self-care is really important. Eat properly, get your exercise and sleep. And dating, how are you dating you? How are you dating you? You have to remember it's really important to put yourself first. All right, so I'm going to do your energy. Yeah, I know, I can tell. I already can see that. All right. Yeah, I think you have anxious attachment, and it's time for you to learn a little bit how to Yeah, I'm a Virgo too. I'm a Virgo with Scorpio rising and a Leo moon. So it's okay. All right. So, Jacob, you're in denial. What are you in denial about? Um, you're like, no, no. Um, I'm denying myself. I don't I don't want to take care of myself. I feel better when I take care of everybody else. So, being the Virgo, we are natural nurturers. We are natural to be the mother. We are going to provider. We're really good at making sure everybody else is taken care of. It's our natural instinct to do so. And the thing is, they don't do anything back for you. Yeah, I know. This is your energy. This is your energy. I am reading this that, you're the giver. You're the giver. And you are um, feeling like you're not growing. There's not expansion happening, that you feel like you're like always going around on the hamster wheel doing the same thing, and you're getting pretty tired. In fact, it's not really balanced. There's not a lot of give and take here. In fact, it's just like you're always doing the mother and nurturing, and that story, what I was saying about the entitled kids, that's what's happening is you're attracting relationships where they're becoming a little expectant. And they just take you for granted because it's just the roles that you create. And so you're kind of like, um, okay, I want to make a decision and take action with it, but at the same time, I have these I have these fears, or this idea of of so I'm seeing something to do with anxious attachment and the people pleasing, and so it's a subconscious thing with you. And so because of it, it's kind of like a perspective. Like as soon as you're out of that energy, you look at it in a completely different view. But when you're in that energy, you completely come from a very um, an anxious attachment energy. So you you're kind of like confused to why you're attracted to that. Um, and so that's the part where I said you're in denial, right? Here you are in denial. Um, so first of all, you need to relax. And when I say relax, this is what I mean. If you were 5 years old and you go to the beach, and there's like all of the sand, and you've got this little pail, and you got the shovel, and you got these little pails, and you got a little bit of time in the sun, and you're building a castle, right? And you're just playing for hours and hours, and you're just building the sand castle, and it's a beautiful day. You have and you're just playing in the sun, building the sandcastle, and you're just going at it for hours, just being creative and having fun, and you're just playing. Now, the tide is going to come in when you go to bed at night. And, Jacob, as you go home, you're not thinking about the tide coming in and destroying your castle. In fact, all the while you're building the sandcastle, you're not thinking about it being destroyed. All you're thinking about is how much fun you're having in the sun, right? So it's basically what you need to understand is how you manifest. When you're sitting there being present, just having fun and just building something that you're doing and you're passionate about and you're just getting lost in it and you're enjoying yourself, you're not worried about anything and you're not worried about what's going to happen later. That's the energy that you need to embrace now. It's not about how somebody is validating you. It's not about them what they're doing after as a result. It is not about you people pleasing so that you're kind of trying to get people to give you a result. It's not about that result. You need to understand when these feelings come up for you, could I pay you $1,050? And then you say, sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'll take money. Anybody can make me donations. I'm accepting donations. But at the same time, don't apologize. Could I pay you $150 to contact me personally? Oh, for a reading? Is that what you're saying? I was confused to why you were offering me $1,000. um, could I pay you to contact me personally? Do you mean you want to be booking a reading? I have no idea what you're trying. I think that's what you're trying to do is to book a reading, right? So what I meant to say 150 to talk to me personally. Sorry. Um, yeah, we could I could just finish this up and you could, yeah, you can apologize. Again, um, don't be in the moment, but you are you are needing more to be more present. You're needing more faith. You need to have more fun again. Yeah. All right. No, it's not a problem. We can certainly do that after I'm done the live. You definitely have to look at the value in yourself. You have to look at how much love that you have to give, and I'm seeing here that your person is um I I was only planning on being on for about an hour. Um, I don't know for sure if I'll be able to get more done. Um, but I am going to be back on Saturday and Sunday. Did you want to come and find me then? Yeah. Um, what's with the tears? Why are you asking for a reading with the tears? Are you crying? Well, I'm right in the middle of a reading right now for the other person. So we'll wrap up this one. And maybe what I'll do is just pull 3 cards for you. And but then I'm wrapping up our live. All right. But with Jacob, um, so Jacob, I I guess what you can do, I have a website, or if you want, um, you can email me. My email is in the chat, and And then you can book, like, you can book off my website, or you can certainly, um, we can do a call after this. I'll do a little bit more for to finish this off. But yeah, it's time for you to manifest. It's time for you to get in alignment and balance your masculine energies, because that came up here, that your masculine energy is a little distorted. And that's why you're so much in the feminine energy. And the feminine energy, I understand you're a Virgo, but you're not in your energies in alignment. It's like you're overcompensating a little bit. I have readings with them. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to string you away from this. Okay. I have readings with them. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to string you away from this. I have no idea what you're asking me about. Have readings with them. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to string you away from. No, I was only going to go on this for an hour. I only do these lives on Saturdays and Sundays. I just want it to go on for an hour. And it takes a lot out of me if I go and do more than an hour, and I have to work tomorrow. So this is my self-protection. So there is someone that is showing up in your energy. I'm not sure if that says thits. I don't know what your THIF is that. I'm showing here that you're resisting being fearless. So you're kind of being a little, you're not being very adventurous. You're not being very fearless. You're kind of being really awkward right now because there is this connection with somebody. I see it. And you're hoping that they are being very clear and see as much as what you see too. You're really feeling connected with this person, and yet you're trying to make sure that you don't have a recurrence of what has happened in the past. You're really trying to take it slow. Let me see. You're really trying to take it slow because something has happened in the past and it didn't turn out so well. So you're just trying to overcompensate. So with this new relationship, you're avoiding it seems like very much that you're trying to be kind of not attached. You're trying to be like, oh, I'm just being okay. And you're not in denial. You're trying to not feel any conflict. But you're not holding on to anything. It's just like you're being very no strings, no strings. That's what it is. No strings, no commitment. Just kind of maybe it's kind of like, you know, what do we get out of this? You know, keeping things that way. And so it's like not going anywhere. Why are you getting this for an energy? Is this, what are you trying to avoid? So I see here, you're doing this because you had to leave somebody you really loved before. And you really want to have that give and take and be, you know, you question your worthiness when they had to leave, and you question if it is have anything to do with who you are. So because of that, if you were to look at your self-worth and to manifest from a really healthy, vibrating place of worthiness and love, keep your standards high. Keep your standards high. Work really hard towards your focusing your energy to overcome your challenges, and you will receive your fruits of your labor. Like everything that you worked hard for, you will receive. In fact, don't be so nurturing, and be in the energy that you are supposed to be. And you're not going to get this heartbreak and be hurt, and don't be afraid to experience, you know, something great. Like you don't have to start over. Like you don't have to go and do things where you have to shut down your heart and be so logical. You know, it's like we get stuck in attachments where we repeat what we've been taught from a young age. And so it's for you, like, to avoid conflict. It's common. So to heal that broken heart, hi Sarah, I'm just leaving, but thanks for saying hi. I'm just wrapping up this last reading now. You have to trust that anything that leaves you is just allowing a new opportunity for you to recreate the greatest love that you've already had, to do it in a way that you're not going to be so connected to your head, but to your heart. It's important for you to see how you're manifesting, and you will experience yourself in another, in different scenarios, in different people, in different ways, until you can experience yourself. And you'll get that. If you're looking for them to validate you, that's you questioning your own self-worth. And when you start seeing your value in you, you just act different. You just become different. And you're a kind person. You're not traumatized. You're not, walking around like there's something wrong with you. You're just afraid to get hurt. Yeah, you're just really afraid to get hurt. All right. So what I'm seeing is you may be going through a little bit of a negative energy, but when somebody leaves, it's an opportunity. Believe it's an opportunity for someone to come in to be more in alignment with you. If you can be in more alignment with you. All right. All right. Yeah, there is a new opportunity, but you're going to keep on repeating something from the past until you see that past is coming up, because there's something in you about self-worth. And that's come up. All right, Jacob, did you want to email me or reach me in some way? Are you still here? And other than that, I am going to go. Have a good night.